Hey, hi. It is so good to be here with you. Of course, I'm Donalyn Riley, your go-to business development coach, right? Personal development for business growth and creating your authentic business. That's the ticket, right? Having a business you love. So whether you're just starting out or you're well established, you'll find that the work we do can be really instrumental in you getting to your next level. So you don't want to miss today's topic. Today we're talking about why sales feel slimy, right? And what you can do about it so that you don't have to feel like that. So before we go into it, I am just going to check that everything is on and that we're really here and, you know, all that good stuff. So hold on 1 second while I do it. Actually, let me know. Let me know where you're from. Oh, hey, hi there. Good to see you. Thank you. Let me know you're there. Give me a little comment. Actually, I've been having so much fun with, I don't know if you guys know Marley Williams, but she's got these fun cards and I've been having so much fun with it that I'm going to just play with you really, really quick, if you don't mind, while I'm checking my tech. This is the big fun thing. I love this. I play with cards all the time. This is one thing you should know about me. I play with cards all the time. I don't know how many decks of cards. It's ridiculous. But what's fun about it is that it really gets my mind going in a direction. So I'm going to pick 2 of these Stoke quotes. This is Marley Williams. You can find her, marleywilliams.com, and I'm happy to give you the information if you need it. So, hey, hi there. It's good to see you, Julia. That's wonderful. So I'm gonna pick 2. I'm gonna pick 3 because I like picking, and see which one you relate to more. All right. So we'll do this really quick. This will be fun. I can tell you what I relate to more. All of them. Here, that one won't come. So we're gonna, oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, here we go. You ready? We have A, B, and C. You got to vote. Okay, which one do you really relate to right now? Okay, so let's see if I can do this. You deserve the life you desire. I don't know. I think you might even be able to see that. You deserve the life you desire. That's A. B, get fired up. Woo! And C, may you blow their minds with your presence. May you blow their minds with your presence. So tell me which one, A, B, or C. All right. Now, I really am going to check the tech. Just so that I can make sure that we're really talking to each other, because I love that part. But, you know, it's different than it used to be. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute, actually. Let's switch over there. I think we're good. Hello. Hi, Regina. So we have this really, really special training coming up. I want to tell you guys about it before we dive into the topic. Okay, so it's on Tuesday. It'll be at 3:00 Eastern on Tuesday, and you do have to register for it. So I'm going to tell you all about it. You're going to get this whole blueprint for how to attract customers instead of having to sort of go out and get them, and how to grow your sales rather than having to sort of, you know, go out, hunt them down, club them over the head, drag them back, charge their credit card. No, I'm kidding. I'm really playful today. It's just where we are. But seriously, it can be hard to find people who are as excited to do business with you as you want them to be. And so we're really going to go through a full little blueprint so that you have a system that works, an internal system that works, right? So make sure you register for that. That's at customerattractionblueprint.com. And Julia's going to put that in the message in all of the platforms for me, because she's very nice about that. That is Tuesday at the 19th at 3:00. Plus, it's a live meeting. So right now, I feel like I can see you. It feels super tangible to me, but it'll feel even more tangible because we'll be able to be in one virtual space together. So it's a real meeting. And you'll be able to really ask the questions and dive in deep and all of that. So, so here we are. Why do sales feel slimy and what can we do about it, right? So first of all, I just want to say, if you guys have questions along the way, put them in there, right? Let me know. Thank you, Julia. That's very sweet. Let me know so that I can really address it, right? Because I love to serve you. That's the whole game. I love to serve you. We all have those times when, like, we just can't say another scripted line, right? Sometimes it feels super manipulative, and sometimes you feel like, what do I have to do to get the sale? You know, you feel really like pushing and it's not really fun at all. Those feelings are awful. It feels terrible. And it can really fill you with dread for this process that can be like super magical, right? It can be one of the most amazing transactions that we get to do in life with other people. So there are ways to release that pressure and to still be serving your clients and still end up fulfilling your sales goals, right? So it's not like, oh, I have to let go of the things that are tangible in the world in order to get where I want to go. It's not true, really. It's really about changing the way we're thinking, the way we're feeling, and suddenly it all kind of goes like tickety-boo and you get all lined up. So there are a lot of reasons that we all start our own businesses in direct sales, right? But most of the time we love our product. We want everybody to know about it, or we're super excited that we can help people get their lives on track with the product or with the life-changing services, right? But most of us do not sit around, even born salespeople. Most people do not sit around and think, I love selling, right? Because sometimes it feels icky when we're not super plugged in. So the icky, slimy parts, right? Let's talk about those. And along the way, do let me know if you relate to any of this, right? Because first of all, having to bring up these are like the advices that you're giving out in the world, right? Having to bring up your product every time you're at the grocery store. Good luck now with a mask on. You're like the bandit, bringing up hey, by the way, I'm selling something, right? Or at the dentist office or any of those casual meetings, right? So those casual meetings have been really severely cut down on, if they exist at all in your life still. And even if they exist, and even if we weren't living in a masked world right now, it can still feel really hard to sort of always be steering the conversation back to my business, right? So because we like to connect to each other on a much deeper level than that. So that can feel super slimy. And let me know if you've ever felt like that or been told to do things like that and felt like, yeah, no, that's not for me. I'm just not doing it. Or I really don't want to do it, but I force myself, right? Just put it in the chat, put it in the comments, because I do get them through here. So just put it on whatever mechanism we're on today. You just go ahead and put that in there. It's really good. I can see everything. Thank you, Kathy. That's really nice. That's really great. That's super. Okay, so also something that feels really slimy are slick presentations, right? Scripts. We hate scripts. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a time for a script. There is a time. And there is a time for a presentation, right? Got to get your PowerPoint together and make a point. But hi there. Oh, so glad you are here. Very nice. Glad to have you finally be a part. Wonderful. But the thing is that those times are not very much of the sales process. And for the most part, they're not really needed for most of the sales process, like most of the times that we're making sales, right? Because people buy from people. That's really what we're up to, right? Is that we love relationship and we want to be in relationship, and it feels good to talk to people and be with people and to help people. And so those are all of the sort of guiding lights that can help you to keep it from being slimy, as long as you don't go back to somebody else's words and try to figure out how to make them sound like yours, even though they're really not. So you can really leave thinking like, how am I going to memorize all this crap? I can't possibly memorize all these words, right? Or will it ever get easier, right? That is one big one that I hear all the time, is that I'm just not sure it will ever get easier. I'm going to stop there for 1 second. Hi, let's see. Oh, very nice. I'm glad it's feeling good these days. That's wonderful, Kathy. Kathy says, it's feeling pretty good these days, but I need to be proactive rather than waiting for them to show up randomly. Oh, what a good thing for you to say, because actually on that training where we are, that I put in the customer attraction blueprint.com, we put the link in. On that, you got to register, because on there, we're really going to talk about how there's a fine line between I have to go out and get them and they will show up, but it's not random. It's just not random. So that's where we're going to work all that out. It's going to be a much more private space than when we do things in broadcast form like this. And so it'll be an easy place to really express and get down to the bottom of things. So I'm super excited about that, and I look forward to seeing you there. I hope you register for that. So is it going to get easier? And I've been thinking about this. You know, when I work with one-on-one clients, I ask this question: where are you now in terms of how easy is it? Is it easy peasy, or is it, oh my gosh, I can't stand it? Are you kidding? I have to do it again, right? And we do a 1 to 10 scale. And the 1 to 10 scale, in the beginning, we answer it before we start working. Then we answer it every week for a few weeks, right? Of however long we're working together, whatever our objective is. We go through this process, and in the beginning, it's always 10, 9, 8, way up it's really hard. It's really hard, right? And even if they've made progress on making it slightly easier, it's always in those upper numbers like that. And only a few weeks later, we're down in the 3 category, right? So it's just a little bit of effort, just a little bit of time, the right kind of effort. And suddenly we're in the easy peasy zone, right? So no more worrying, no more judging, no more stressing about it. So that is really important to know, right? We have to have belief that there is another way. Otherwise, there kind of isn't another way, right? It's like the pen that is elusive that you lost and you can't find it, and you just look and look and look, and then one day it shows up on the counter and you're like, somebody put that there, right? No, nobody put that there. We hide things from ourselves, right? That's how our brain works, and we can go into the details of that another time. Oh, fantastic. I'm so glad to see that you signed up. That's great. Wonderful, wonderful. So here's the juicy bit. Are you ready? What can we do about it? What can we do about it? Right? So the biggest impact that you can have on not feeling slimy is to show up in your authentic voice. Now, usually what people do at this point is they go from one end of the scale to the other end of the scale. So they go like, either I have to do it the way everybody says I'm supposed to do it inside the box, or I don't think I'll do it. Right? Because there's only 2, you can only sometimes get 2 ideas. So finding your way to the place where you have your authentic voice and you're willing and eager and you know how, and it's in you, it's in the neurons of your brain, how to express that, how to say it in your own words, right? How to say the things that are important to you in the order that they are important to you, in the framework that they are important to you, right? that's the windy road that we go down. So so saying it in your own words, finding your authentic voice, saying it in your own words, super important, right? Now, I want you guys, if you have found a way to feel like you got this far in that, I want you to put in there, yes, I got this so far, right? I got this far, because I want to know that you are on the path or not, right? We're in the beginning. That's okay. You can still be uncomfortable and still find your way out of it. So give me a little comment in the chat and in the comments so that I know, where are you? Because we're here together today, right? We're doing it. We got the ABCs going on. We're talking to each other. Did anybody vote? I got to go back and look. I hope everybody voted on my ABCs. Oh, we got them. C's. Everybody loved C's. Me too. That was the one I really related to today too. Love that. May you blow their minds with your presence. So nice. Yes, yes, yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so saying it in your own words, finding your authentic voice, expressing it in your own words, then sharing the parts about your product or service that you're representing that is personal to you. So this is another tricky landscape, right? People go from like, I'm going to go from the brochure. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the brochure and then say that stuff, right? Or then they go to the other end of the scale and they say, I'm going to share this deeply personal thing that is so personal that you have trouble saying it without having deep emotion that is very, very tricky, right? It's very personal. So there is space in between those two things. But a lot of times it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you have to go from one end of the scale to the other. So in those spaces that are in between, there's a saying in marketing, share your scars, not your wounds, right? So if it still feels scary to say that you use the essential oil to solve some personal problem that you have, that's okay. Use another example, okay? Love it. Oh, hi, finding your way. Okay, we will. Love it. Thank you. So start listening. This is the next step. Start listening more than you're talking. This changes the whole game, right? This changes everything. Because when you start to listen and you only speak the little bit that you need to speak, right? You only just to make your connections, then there's so much space and people can connect to you. And then that's a really different relationship than you having to do all the connecting to them. So opening the space, start listening. 2 of these, only 1 of these. You heard the sayings, right? So, and now, okay, and follow your heart. Follow your heart more than your head, okay? So this is also a little bit of a gray area for people. They're like, oh, follow my heart. Well, my heart doesn't really say that I should meet that sales quota or that I should pay my electric bill, right? So we've got to find these ways. And this is the work that I really do with one-on-one clients and in my group programs, to find the way to connect the real world, the outer world, the places where people expect you to pay bills and make quotas and do all those silly things that people expect of you, that are a real exchange of energy happening, right? And that inner world where desire is born, where peace can be found, where calmness is, or where anxiety and pressure and worry live, right? So that getting that landscape right and then getting that right relationship with the world and with your clients, that's the key to the no slime, right? That's it. That is the whole key. We've sort of done the overview here, right? So lastly on the list, have fun. Have fun. So I will tell you, there were many years when I felt like I had to present a certain way. I had to be very serious, or nobody would take me seriously. And I would never use this silly voice. I would never be bouncing around the screen like this, right? I was very, very serious. And I was certain that there was a whole group of people that I was trying to impress. And I'm not even sure I knew that about myself. But when I decided to have fun, that my life is to be fun, then I was able to really impact people in a different way just by being me. And that's what you really want to reach for in this, right? When you allow yourself to let go, have a little fun, be a little playful, or whatever your version is, because not everybody's so bouncy like I am, right? Not everybody's so loud like I am, right? So to really tap into who is it that you are, right? If you're somebody who's, oh, I don't even have a cup of tea today. I usually do. If you're somebody who's got their hands around a cup of tea and you're talking quiet, it's like this. That's good if it's you. So you hang on to you, okay? And have a little fun. All of these solutions, they're going to help you to start that chain reaction, okay? So the chain reaction that you probably hear me talk about all the time is the chain reaction between the thought, the brain, so the mind, the brain, and the body, right? Because there's a whole series of chemical reactions that are going to happen, instructional reactions that are going to happen there. And once you let that kind of go in a direction, then you don't have to worry about it. So one direction you can go up here that instructs your body how you're going to feel is going to lead to the slime zone, right? And the other direction you can go up here, like we just talked about, will create the slime-free zone that you're looking for in your business. And truthfully, sales can really go off the chart, and it can get easier and easier and easier when you're super connected like that. So finding customers can totally be, and knowing what to say to them can leave you in that super exhausted space, right? It can kind of suck the fun out of your business. But if you can find those ways to get more connected, that's the key. We're going to be doing a blueprint for that on Tuesday. So if you feel like you want to know more about, like if you go, oh, no, I got this, I know how to do that. Good. Very good. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear about it. Okay. But if you think, there's some disconnect between this part and that part, and I really got to get kind of a system to be able to figure out how to live a little differently than I'm used to, then definitely I want you to just register for that customer attraction and sales growth blueprint. That actually feels good. That's the name of it. That actually feels good. I love that part. So it's on Tuesday. It's at 3:00. It's at the customerattractionblueprint.com. And bring a friend, right? It's going to be an interactive meeting. So bring a friend, get somebody on there with you, whether they're in your little sweet little Zoom box with you or have their own link. Bring a buddy, because it is so much easier to maintain change, to take on a new thing and say, I think we're going to be able to help each other create momentum in this change. Let's do it together. All right. So bring a buddy. I am so excited to get to serve you in this way. You know, so many people have reached out with these kinds of stresses, and the solutions can be so simple, right? If you have any questions, you should be putting them in there, okay? Because I talk. I'm a talker. Did you ever notice? And they're totally doable, right? They're simple and they're totally doable, but you got to understand the overview, right? You need the blueprint. You need the map. Otherwise, you just don't know where you're going to end up. All right. So let's see how we're doing out here in comments. Hello. I don't see any questions. So I will tell you, if I have missed you, or I will certainly go back to the comments there. But if I have missed you, or if you have a question that you don't feel comfortable putting in the public forum, there are two ways you can do it. You can just private message me, right? Even on YouTube, my email is there. You can just send an email. Or you can show up on Tuesday at 3 o'clock and you will have access to me, right? You can ask those questions in a more private setting. So I will see you on Tuesday, 3 o'clock. Don't forget to register because you don't get the link unless you register and all that kind of stuff. And oh yes, of course, there will be a replay, right? So a lot of times people are like, I can't come at that time. Don't worry. You can come at that time. If you can come, super. But if you can't, you'll still get the benefit of the whole training, right? So register for it. You'll get the replay for 48 hours. It'll be available. So even if the timing isn't great, don't worry about it. Just register and we'll stay connected. Okay? All right. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.